Alright everyone, it is Saturday the 20th of July 2024. Back out in the shed. It's about 7:15 in the evening. I've been tinkering with this for the last couple of days, trying to get the information I gleaned from my subscribers. I didn't get much help off the ARF website. They're just about as ignorant as I am about my dilemma with this. I got more help from my subscribers than I did from them. So, and it's been a few days, and I only had like 2 or 3 responses from them. Simple questions like, are you sure you weren't bringing in a harmonic? How is the AM portion of the thing tracking? I forget what the other one was, but not much help, or any help at all. I went through a lot of different combinations of silver micas, fixed capacitance, to try to get it. I had a couple of trimmers that I bought some years back for when I was doing antennas, and they're rated at 110 through 350 picofarad. What I'm getting out of these, from what testing stuff that I got, that I can check values on components, I'm getting between 6 picofarad and 70 picofarad on the existing trimmers. They're both the same for the different frequencies. They're the different bands, I should say, AM and shortwave, and different combinations of resistors put together, and it didn't move the needle much, if at all. I mean, it still wound up being 1 megahertz off, no matter where I tried to get it, in the 15 kilocycle, 15 megacycle, 10 megacycle, and 5 megacycle. 5 wound up the closest. It's about 5.1 here, it's about 11 here, and it's about 16 there, in those different combinations. So I decided to live and let live. I wasn't going to take and drive my brain into the gutter any further for any longer than I had been over the past few days, and just accept what I got here. It has no problem with tracking or bringing in it just brings it in the wrong spot. But most people don't care about that anyway. They just remember where they heard this, and they go back to that setting. So let me show you what I got now.
He preached that he rose from the dead. How say some that there is no resurrection of the dead?
About 5.1, thereabouts.
want to bring it back. There was some sign of yellow wolf camping in Canada.
You need to keep up with the times. But...
It picks up a fair portion of stations, both morning and evening.
Tiene una línea de más apertura con Cuba también, apertura con Venezuela, ha levantado muchas de las sanciones contra Venezuela.
See, there's WWV, which is at 10. It's showing up at about 11.
25 minutes. Coordinated universal time.
I think that is an image. That's it. So, it picks them up, just in the wrong spot, at least according to the dial. I'm not sure as to why. I did substitute. Somebody said something about a SA72. I don't remember who it was. So I pulled the GT tube out, which is a lot stronger tube. It came in at a 3, which is about middle of the green portion segment of the tester. This one here came in down at 1, which is the lower end of the green. Right next to yellow, the question mark era, and I decided, well, let's go with a metal tube and shield it, even though it's a lower strength, and but the shielding should make a difference. It doesn't. I don't really believe that the going to the metal tubes on the K7s will make any difference, if any at all. So as for the other issue, the thumping and the sounds like motorboating, it's still there. I might have to configure something else in the chassis, or maybe do something with this antenna connection right here. I'd like to delve deeper into the configuration layout on this shortwave antenna coil and see if the connections on these things are correct according to the physical connections and what's shown on the schematic here on this detail. I'm not sure if this here is looking at that coil straight down through the center of it, and these are the configurations of the lugs looking down through the core or looking up through the bottom of it. I gotta verify that. That's going to be next on my list. The cabinet is still being finished. I just shot another coat of gloss on it, poly, and I got the trim around the speaker opening and the dial opening. I'm still waiting for Palmquist to send me the dial cover for it. I'm pretty sure he didn't have one for this particular model. I mean, he didn't have anything showing for this particular model, a D-126, but he did have something for the other D models. Not many of them, but they were all different. But there was one that measured the same thing as the opening and the cabinet, so I went with that one. However, the reason he had, and I ordered that like a couple of weeks ago or so. The reason why he is taking so long to get it dropped in the mail is because he is redoing a dial lens for me for that airline radio, the 729. I think it's 729, might be the 720. The one that I said it looked like a robot. Yeah, well, somebody bought it and had trouble with the dial string locking up on it, and then the dial cover that I installed in it was a real tight fit, but it went in. But over time there was stress cracking on it, on the lens, and so I told the buyer, just send it back, and I will take care of that. I paid for the shipping back, and I refunded his money, including shipping. So it's back there sitting on the shelf waiting for Palmquist to put a slightly smaller dial cover in it. He figures that the the bezel had shrunken a little bit because it's made of tenite. However, there was no, you know how they pull the corners in and they crack around the screws because they shrink so much. Well, this one here didn't have a problem with any of that. I mean, there was no shrinkage that I could tell and everything. So I ordered the piece, and the last one of those that I did, which was a couple of years ago, I think, or more, I had no problem with the cover going into the bezel. So anyway, that's what he's taking care of, and he's trying to get it completed so that, and he's going to mail both of those back to me. And when I get that back, so I'm taking my time on the cabinet. So we've got another, we got another coat on the cabinet today. I am going to schmooze the grain a little bit more tomorrow maybe, or maybe Monday, to get more of a smoother finish. Take the grain dips out of it. So anyway, that's what we're going to do. That's what we've been doing, and so I'm not going to attempt to bring another victim onto the surgery table until I get something wound up here. The speaker, I bought some of this slit tube at Ace, and I think this makes a better cover for this, for these dynamic speakers, these field close speakers. It's just the right size. I forget what size this was. I think it's 3/8. Yeah, 3/8, half, and 3/4, I think, in both black and white. I took the black. And what I did on this was, after I put everything back together, because I took that dual trimmer completely out of the chassis to take a closer look at it and see what the values were on the thing out of the chassis, and that's what I was getting on it. I was using this thing in conjunction with my meter up there, and this thing was no help at all. It would not read. It could not read, or would not read, those trimmers values. That one there I did, and it was more dynamic than a test than this was, because you got to push the button every time you make, you change something on it. So that one there, at least I was able to hook it up and read a value, and at the same time turn the adjustment screw and to get a value change on it in real time. So this thing wasn't a help on it. Now, certain values it will not read, and the larger values it will read. I got some down under I think it was under 47 picofarad or whatever, and it couldn't read them. A 15 picofarad, it couldn't read it. A 5 picofarad, it couldn't read it. A 1 picofarad, it couldn't read it. That one could. Did I blab enough to bore you to death? You feel like committing harikiri? Nah, boy. No, I'm gonna tinker here and there, waiting for those parts to come. And in the meantime, we're going to take our time with that cabinet. and we're going to see how good we can get that thing, how clean looking we can get it. Yeah, and then we'll get the decal name on it. So that's it for today. Thanks for watching, and hope it didn't bore you out of existence. And hang in there. We're going to get around to some good stuff later. So, thank you.